I almost ended up at a Diddy party. Kevin Hart was in the building. So I'm like, oh, I know he going up. But I got to stand up. It's me with the whack ass jokes, remember? If you boo-boo yourself, just say it. So now I found myself meeting women just staying at their houses. I was up under the 110 freeway, the 101. Hey, you got your shots?
Come on.
I got a house for you. And while you grieving every day, that story starts over every day. I was a whole tyrant. And I thought I was being respected. So I'm not looking for popularity. I got these bills. And boom, it's on Tubi. Quick. Like within 2 months. Get an email from Peacock. And I'm like, I got a virus.
Welcome to the Care Den. Today we are sitting down with the man who turned pain into punchlines and struggles into success. From the streets of Compton to writing for Straight Outta Compton, comedian Roy Rice embodies resilience with a smile. Get comfortable. Look.
I got Jodeci in my head.
Totally. Okay, so.
They gotta say action.
No, they don't.
Okay.
We're gonna just go. We rolling. So we're gonna cheers first.
Oh my God.
There we go.
I think this is gonna be a little different.
It is, because I know you're in real life. Not Facebook life, but I know you're in real life almost 30 years.
Yeah.
22 years old.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to go in. So welcome to the Care Den. That's first.
I like it.
Thank you.
I like it.
So every guest, when they first enter the Care Den, they have to open the gym box. So you have to open the gym box. And you have to pick something out of there that's already written on. No, that's blank. That's later.
That's what I was going for.
And then you read the name of the person, and then you read what they left you.
Nakia Coleman?
Yep. Nakia Coleman, my old business partner. Because I see your face. I see your face. She came to the Care Den, and it was about healing. So, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and we are closer than ever before. Yes, you know the journey. Good. So yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was about 8 years of I don't see
talking.
you. I don't. Yeah, but we were family. So yeah. And we have.
Because I didn't know how to feel. I'm like, hey,
yeah,
how you doing?
Because you're on my side.
Right.
That's
I keep it pushing.
Absolutely. So that is it. So that she came here, and it was a good talk. So flip it over. And she left a quote. Aspire to inspire. Okay.
And that's my job.
And that is your job. So that is, so place that there. And now we are going to talk about it. So.
Okay.
All right. So you have a few interesting stories. We have known each other for almost 30 years. So thank you for coming on. I truly appreciate it.
Yeah. I pushed a lot of things aside because when we spoke about it, and I'm like, I always say, you make time for what you really want to make time for. And this is the time. So let me push everything back to do this.
Because originally you were like, Les, when you going to film again? I don't know.
Yeah.
And you was like, you had a show last night, of course, and you had another one today, and we were going back and forth. And then in the middle of that conversation, you said, what time? Put me down, I'm coming.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that because you are correct.
Because it's something meaningful. And I always tell people, everybody has time.
For what they want to do.
For what they want to do.
Yes.
A lot of people that think they don't have time when something happens in their lives in a traumatic situation, then all of a sudden they got time.
That part.
He didn't want to take you to the park before you had a stroke. Now he want to go to the park, but he can't even use the left side. He can't even hug you still. But he want 100% from you.
Right.
So I always tell people, give 100% now. Because you never know who needs that 100% from you.
Correct.
And that's why I'm here, because I've lost a lot.
You have.
I've lost a lot.
So let's talk about, take me back to the time, like how you felt, what was going on when you were homeless in these LA streets.
That's why I wanted to come here. Because I tell this, most of this testimony when I do clean comedy.
Right.
When I perform at the churches. For me to be homeless on my 40th birthday.
I remember.
Like, no one around me knew because I was embarrassed of our people. We're more worried about how somebody views us.
Perceives. Versus
us just being transparent. Because people always say, if you need me, call me.
Right.
We know that's a lie. First of all, because if I call you and I need something.
Hold on. That's not a lie with people you know in real life. Because have you not called me? And
that's you. You're almost an anomaly.
Okay, I'll take that. Okay.
So, yeah, take that and run with it. But a lot of people out here can't wait to see you fail. You got to think, at that one point, I lost the first house.
Yeah.
And scammed my way to the second house.
Right.
Up on the hill, overlooking the whole city.
Yes.
And to lose that, people were happy. I'm glad he's not there no more. And I wasn't doing anything different.
No.
I was being myself, And
hosting gatherings.
Had people coming over.
They could have parties there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And before I lost it, I'm like, who can I get $10,000 from? Because my mortgage was $4,000.
Right.
Nobody's walking around with that kind of money. If they are, they don't want to come up off of it, not knowing if you have a plan to pay them back or not. I didn't have that circle of people around me. Right. I had a cool circle, I guess, but it was me being in my pride. My pride got in the way of me fixing things faster than what I was doing. I said, let me lose everything. Let me figure it out. And I was staying at one friend's house, and she thought I still had money. So I was sleeping on her couch. Down the street from the big-ass house. Can I curse?
Yes.
Big-ass house up the hill. Because she lived in the Village Green.
Right. Right there, down the hill.
Right down the hill.
Wow.
She said, you could stay here, sleep on the couch. And I'm like, damn, I'm really sleeping on somebody's couch. But I'm in denial because I still got my Volvo. Still running the transitional house.
You still in railroad.
No.
No. You had already left
Railroad
there.
been gone.
Okay.
That money been gone.
Got it.
I had my retirement, but can't touch it. So after that first month, she said, okay, we need to sit down and discuss on how much you're going to pay a month. All right, she's sleeping in the one bedroom. So I'm like, I don't want to have sex, not with you. Because I'm thinking this is it.
Right.
This is where it's going to come down to. She said, you can give me $500 a month to sleep on her couch. She had a sofa bed.
But still.
And she told me I couldn't have company or nothing like that. I'm like, I don't want to have company. I'm embarrassed right now.
Right.
Like, we don't look alike. I can't tell nobody you my sister. Because you my height.
Jesus.
So I had to move from there and go somewhere else. So now I found myself meeting women, just staying at their houses. And I tell a lot of women, I'm like, y'all be so desperate. Y'all don't even ask the necessary questions. You don't even ask if a man is doing bad or if he's doing well. How well? Have you seen it on paper? Because I was homeless for a year and a half.
You were.
And I was staying at the baddest. If I tell you some names, you'd be like, oh my God, for real, yes. Stayed at her house for a month and a half.
Yeah, okay.
And I thought that was okay. But that runs out after a while.
Right.
You can't keep staying at people's houses. You have to confront your fears and confront the things that are broken.
And you wasn't raised that way.
No. So I was really in my feelings about it.
I'm just saying, like, Miles was not like
my mama was mad when she found out I was homeless. Like, what do you mean you homeless? She thought I was joking.
Right. Because you crack a lot of jokes, so yes.
And she's like, why you can't just come home? I'm like, I'm 40.
Right.
What I look like coming to my mommy house? I was big on that.
Yes.
I was big on fixing things. I'm so busy out here fixing everybody else's stuff, protecting them from everything. And then when it comes time for me to get some help, I didn't have it. And I probably did, but guess what? I was so prideful. I'd rather sleep in a 94 Camry than to ask to stay at your house.
And that's very normal in our community. And then I think too, you're working, but you're so negative from in the hole. And you're literally running a transitional house for homeless people, slight mental illness, because they were still functioning.
They were still functioning. They still had power of attorney of their own estate.
Absolutely, yes.
They just fell on hard time. And I remember my ex, I ain't gonna say no name, she said, well, you could stay at the transitional house. I was like,
I was hoping you said that.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna say that word, but you got me fucked up.
And you was like,
but you know what was so funny about that? The repo man was looking for my car because the repo company was calling the transitional house.
Yep.
So the clients was asking me questions like, Mr. Rice, the repo man looking for your car. And I'm thinking like, how you know? They were calling the house. And I remember my children's mother was taking me to court to get more money.
For child support.
I don't have no money right now.
But she didn't know you didn't work
She
for the
thought I was
railroad.
lying. Yeah. No, the railroad's gone.
She was gone, but she didn't realize what was really going on, and she was asking for more money. I do remember that.
I went down to the county building on Broadway, off the 110 freeway, outside of downtown. And I remember the one social worker that was working there. She thought I had a client with me, and I was like, no, I'm by myself.
Because you would take the clients from the transitional house down there to make sure they get their benefits.
Get their paperwork ready.
Yes.
Now I need the paperwork. And that's when it hit me. She was like, well, why are you here? You don't have a client. I need to talk to you inside. So she brought me to her office.
Oh, wow.
And I told her what was going on with me. And because somebody told me, they said, man, if you get on GR, your child support stop. So I had to hurry up and do that. But that was probably the most embarrassing moment of my life. Making all that money, getting people off the street. Because my main goal was helping people, getting people off the street.
Absolutely. Yes. And you were great at it. You were great at it. Like,
I was.
They poured into.
I was up under the 110 freeway, the 101. Hey, you got your shots?
Come on.
I got a house for you.
Got a good bed, everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I took pride in that, but then I'm in the same position as them. And in order for my child support to stop, I had to do that.
Right.
That was embarrassing. But God was telling me, this is not embarrassing. I'm starting you over from the beginning.
Story.
Because you don't get it. I thought I was humble. God, I'm saving your people.
Humble beginnings is what he really gave.
You're not saving yourself.
Yeah.
You're not even doing it right. I'm in a relationship for 6.5 years. I'm not going to marry her. I'm really just wasting her time.
Yeah, but y'all talked about marriage a gang of times.
Yeah, and I said no, a gang of times. And God just said, I'm going to take everything from you and start you over. And I got humbled. That's when I learned that the word humble is bigger than what people say. People always tell you to be humble.
Not social media humble.
Yeah, no.
You go through some
God will humble
real
you
stuff humble.
Where it was to a point to where, I would look at people and be like, I'm better than that person. No, I wasn't. I'm wearing some $30 pants right now and a $10 shirt. But I'm out here with my chest out, my head up, because I'm not speaking from that perspective.
Right.
I'm speaking as if I got a mansion on the other side of town because I didn't want nobody to see me down. And then, once I started talking about it, now I find out all these other people are homeless. And they're going through the same things that I went through. So they didn't want to talk about it.
No one wanted to share it.
No.
And so And to set the record straight, you are nowhere near homeless. You have a great job.
Nowhere near.
Yes.
I learned a lot
blessed.
of discipline.
Yes.
You know, the money that I had before, I was childish. Mm-hmm. I was supposed to save most of that
Rims,
money.
bead.
I had to have it.
Yes.
That was childish.
Newest Escalade. You know, I was around you,
It was
so
all
yes.
childish. Because I didn't need none of it. Once you get humbled, you realize that Camry ain't bad.
Right. It's good on gas. Humility is a mug. And I say that because so many people aren't humble.
Yeah. And I see it all the time, and I can't hang around people that are not humble.
And we've known each other for so long, so we've both been through things and lost so much. I mean, when I went through the divorce, you're talking about 14 properties.
Right.
And and even, I mean, just so much going on in that aspect. And you don't realize it. Even when I was at my worst, I didn't really feel I was at my worst because God was working.
Right.
So I just stayed the course.
Right.
And I waited my turn. And I think sometimes people don't know.
Because everybody get a turn.
Everybody get a turn, but people, that social media got you thinking, why they had this? What's going on? It's not, and that's not it. It's not your turn. Yeah. So you cheer for the ones in your space, because I mean, God's in the blessing. He close.
Yeah.
He coming.
He's prepping you.
Yes, he's
because
prepping.
You have to be around something before he gives you something.
Absolutely. Because he got to know you can take care of it.
10 millionaires, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be the 11th.
Absolutely.
Because they move a certain way. It's just like, I don't hang with nobody broke. I mean, you could be broke, but have a plan.
Right. But when you say, and I know what
have?
you mean when you say the brokenness, like, because that's a mentality too. So it goes both ways. Like, yeah, but you hang around people who want things, the conversations are different, and it's not social media world.
Right. It's
real world.
Right.
And they have a story, and you can learn from them. Because one of my really close people, they're big time producers and writers, and one thing they told me, kept saying, why you keep walking in the room when you're the smartest, Leslie? And they would use some of my quotes and comments and everything for one of their shows, and they would be like, and I didn't care, because it was like, want me to pay? I'm like, no, because we were friends, and we were like family. Our kids had grew up, they were playing basketball and stuff together, and I remember, and they were like, you made it to the writer's board? Oh, okay. But it didn't even faze me, and one day they kept saying, if you're the smartest person in the room, you got to go up out that room. Yeah. Because who feeds into you? Who pours into you? And this had to be like 2000 and maybe 14 or so. And I was like,
Yeah,
that's
you can't be the smartest in the room.
No. And that's
how do you grow?
And that was it. And I knew that. But that was the first time someone had shared it with me. And they were like, trying to continue to elevate, and they were like, they had multiple shows and they were going, but now we're looking at Tyler Perry money show, like, you get what I'm saying, like, what's next for us? And that's what they were like, what's next for you? And what you have to figure out things. So I do understand what you're saying in that. So you went through such a financial
crisis.
I'm gonna say a crisis. Yes,
it was a crisis.
It was a crisis. You went through a huge financial crisis.
Like, I couldn't believe it.
And then you get out of it
with discipline.
With discipline.
Extreme discipline.
And then you find yourself in probably one of the worst places of your life. You have a tremendous something that nobody in their life, no parent ever want to experience. And
right before that,
you guys had just...
It's my mother.
So, you lose your mom. And mom's was amazing. A wonderful woman. God-fearing woman. Yeah. A nurse. Just hands down. You lose your mother. Then a year later, huh?
It was 4 years.
Okay, 4 years later.
Approximately 4 years later, because I was still dealing with my mother's death.
Right.
Like, as if it happened the day before.
There's not a time stamp for grieving.
It's not.
And I think people don't respect those boundaries of that
Yeah, because
aspect.
they always say, oh, it's going to be all right. You don't know.
I never put that. I always say continuous prayers.
It'll be okay. How do you know?
Because you didn't even go through
I
it.
just seen you at Chili's with your mama, and I was hating.
Right.
Because I want my mama, you know, to go to lunch with me.
Right.
And I didn't have that no more. And while you grieving every day, that story starts over every day, and then to lose your son.
Your twin, you have twins.
Yeah.
And to lose your son, that was your road dog.
It was crazy because a week before he got killed, he called me. He was blowing my phone up. I was on stage performing. And I'm performing, I look at my phone like, oh, it's my son. I'll call him right back. And when I got off stage, normally I'll call him when I get home. Some said, call him right now. And I called him. He's hot on the phone. Daddy, somebody got a hold of my information and they charging stuff. They taking all my money out of my account. And I know where it's coming from.
So he ready to roll.
He got his homeboys in the background. They ready to go tear it up. And I talked them off the ledge. I was in Lancaster. It was freezing that night. I'm standing outside and I'm telling him, don't go. I'll replace the money. I said, your money is insured by the FDIC.
Yeah.
You'll get your money back. But if you need some money right now, in order for you not to go, I said, because if you know where it's coming from, you may know who it is. And I said, and if you kick that door down and it's one of your friends, what you gonna do? Oh, I said, don't do that. Let it go. I'll give you some money. I don't need no money. I want my money back. I said, well, when I get back home, we're going to talk. We're going to go to dinner. Took him to dinner. That happened that Saturday. When I got back to L.A., he hadn't made a move.
Good.
And I told him, I said, I'm going to take you to dinner. And we went to La Barca.
Oh, your favorite place.
My favorite spot. And it was his favorite spot. And we were talking, and he was just like, Daddy, I'm going to take you to your favorite spot Friday. And I was like, do you know what my favorite spot is?
Right.
And he was like, I know it's Maestro's. And I said, you ain't got that kind of money.
Right.
I said, you broke right now. But we clowning at the table.
Right.
He's like, no, I'll have my money back. And we going to keep it pushing. And then Friday, I didn't hear from him. I'm like, he busy. You know, that's what they do in their early 20s.
Yeah.
They'll say something and they go off doing their own thing. And then my phone rang at 1:30 in the morning. And I said to myself, somebody dead. Because my phone don't ring at 1:30 in the morning. Unless somebody dead.
Right.
Because if you're getting attacked, call the police. Don't call me.
Right.
Because I am no longer a part of that life. Like, I'm going to call the police for you.
Right.
And it was my sister. And I said, yeah, somebody gone. So I'm thinking, it's somebody else. And she told me it was my son. I thought she was lying.
The mom had called.
Yeah. Well, they were at the hospital.
Oh, wow.
And I got up and went to the hospital. And when I seen him laid on that bed, it was part of my soul left me. Until this day, till this day, part of my soul is still gone. Like, when you lose a child, it supersedes your parents. I stopped thinking about my mama because my son gone now. And I want to tear something up. That's the first thing I thought of.
Oh, screw.
Yeah, I want to tear something up. I'm going to go to prison for the rest of my life because I'm supposed to protect my son. But my son, he's gone now. So if I do whatever on the street, it's not going to help anything because it's not going to bring him back.
Right.
And I just think about all the times he would come over my house, and right when he get ready to smoke his blunt, he leave. He be like, Daddy, you don't like to smoke, so I'm about to get on. And he would come over and drink out of his bottle of Hennessy that I
Your
still
Tito's?
have. No, he drank Hennessy.
I know. I said, and you drink your
my
Tito's.
And I still have that same bottle in my liquor cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
And his obituary is attached to it. So you can't drink out of that bottle.
That's his.
Period. That's his bottle. And, you know, you think about all the stuff that's happening now with these young people. My son had a lot of haters because he was about to blow up because he had his own clothing line. I got his clothing line started.
Oh.
He fucked around and learned how to sew.
Really?
I said, oh, he not playing.
So he was committed.
He not doing those silk screens
right.
and heat press. He about to sew. He about to make clothes. And I gave him my grandmother's Singer sewing machine, the one with the little pedal on the inside. Yeah. And he was so happy, like he had a new car. He got that sewing machine because he knew where he was going. And I didn't even think that was going to be his path. I didn't know what his path was going to be outside of his brother. I knew he was going to be great at something. Just didn't know what it was. Had no idea it was going to be clothes. So I have to deal with that every day that I wake up knowing that he ain't here no more.
How do you use comedy to get you through your grief, to get you even just from just all your tough times?
Some of the things I don't talk about.
Okay.
I don't talk about my son on stage because I can't finish the show.
So you've never brought him up yet? Okay.
I don't bring my son up. I don't bring my mom's up.
Okay.
But there are a lot of
because you're still healing.
Yeah. There are a lot of other things I need therapy for. And I talk about those things.
Right.
And it's a lot easier to deal with because I know that it's at least 20, 30 people going through the same thing. They just don't know how to voice it.
Right.
Or they're embarrassed, so they don't talk about it. So I'm like, Jesus, I'll take all your sins and I put it out there for the world. So, you know, you won't have as a hard impact like me. I'll take all the sticks and the stones. That's my job because some people think that you're not supposed to talk about certain things. We're in our 50s. If you boo-boo yourself, just say it. It's normal. If somebody come to my house and I ask them if they ever boo-boo and they say no, you gotta get out because you ain't real. Because that's a lie. Talk about it. Where was you at?
What happened? What was going on? And
It's our health.
Mental health, physical health.
Mental health, physical health. You know, a lot of things that we used to laugh at people about, we're in it.
We're in that
right
era.
Now. You know,
we are.
I'll tell people, thank God you ain't had knee surgery yet. And you don't ever have to have it. Or back surgery. I have a lot of friends. One of my friends, he got a triple bypass.
We have a mutual friend who just had their last treatment of brain radiation the other day.
Yes.
Literally, and shared that. Yeah. So you are correct.
So it's not funny no more.
And they've poured into so many of us through their cooking. So I mean, like, and then look at that. So yeah, you are correct.
I tell people, some of y'all, your spirit ain't right. And when something happened to you, I ain't gonna help you. I'm gonna tell you right now. Your spirit wasn't right. Nope. Remember you called me fake?
I can't stand you. And you know I know. That's why I'm laughing.
You called me fake? All
Remember
right.
that?
You better hope nothing happened to you.
That part.
I'm not going to purchase nothing.
So where did the name Screw come from? Where your screws at? Show your tattoos. Look, I was like, screws all up and down your arms. Where'd the name come from?
But I got them all over the place.
Yes.
That name came from the street. They used to call me Screw Loose back in my street days.
Yeah.
Because that's how I moved.
Reckless.
Very. I had a psychiatrist in 87.
And in 90,
Yeah, 87, 96,
I was say 96.
2003.
You were like,
and
96, you may have been full throttle.
No, 2003, I learned a lot.
I said 96.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I said 96, yeah.
That was the kidnapping and
everything.
all that.
You didn't act right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned from, no, I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I learned in 2003.
No, I'm not gonna lie on camera. Right.
In 2003, when I was in therapy, I learned that I wasn't in therapy. I was in anger management.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
You didn't make it to therapy.
Yeah, I didn't make it to
yes.
therapy. Yeah. I learned that I was a tyrant in 2003.
Wow.
While I'm thinking I'm being respected in the streets,
Right.
I was a whole tyrant. And a tyrant is somebody who wants to be feared and not respected.
Right.
And I thought I was being respected.
No.
And when somebody fears you, they'll kill you.
Yeah. And that's a great analogy because I never thought of it that way, but yeah.
Yeah. So I changed how I moved. So I no longer started the trouble.
You may have finished it.
I'll finish. Oh.
Yeah.
Once you start with me, I want to make sure that you really want to start this, because this is my excuse
to go there.
To beat your ass.
Very common.
So
very common.
I learned from 2003, and I changed the way I moved. So I no longer started trouble.
Okay.
I just finished it.
You just finished it.
Yeah.
So how do you feel Compton shaped your comedy journey? Or did it?
Compton didn't really shape my journey because I was always in LA.
That's why I said, or did it? Yeah.
I was always in LA. Once I learned that black people had their own bedrooms and bathrooms and these 2- and 3-story houses, I didn't want to go back to Compton. Cause I'm thinking like, we're not doing it right. Somebody's doing it. We need to have a gang meeting. We need to put all our money together.
Say it.
And get a house over here, because y'all don't understand where I just left from. I was on Corning off of Slauson at somebody's house.
Ladera.
On Upper Ladera, and somebody that won a gangbang. He gangbanging, and I'm looking like, because
he not
you
far
stupid.
He not far from the 60s area.
You got a bidet.
So
this don't count. You got a bidet. That's when the first time I ever saw a bidet, I was at my homeboy house in Ladera Heights, California. I want y'all to think it's somewhere else.
And they call it Black Hollywood, just so you know. Yeah.
And I went to go use this restroom, and it was 2 toilets.
And you was trying to figure out what was going on.
I'm from Compton.
Right.
We got 1 bathroom. There's 5 people in the house. He got 2 toilets in his bedroom. I'm already amazed.
4 bathrooms in the house.
Yeah, I'm already amazed that he got his own bathroom. That he lost me right there. And ain't no bunk beds all up in here, because where I come from, like my sister slept on one side of the room and me and my brother slept on the other side of the room. This all I know.
Right.
Get to his house and I'm thinking like, okay, well, maybe the smaller toilet is for peeing. I didn't know it had a name. I just called it a little toilet. I'm like, I ain't gonna do that. I don't need to do that. I'm gonna use this one. And I used the bathroom and I'm trying to flush it, but it won't flush.
Right.
So I see the knobs on it. I turned the knob and the water came up real smooth. LGBT-ish.
This fool.
It just came up. It came up like this. And I'm like, so I'm thinking his toilet backed up. I'm like, hey, something wrong with your toilet. Something wrong with your toilet.
Oh.
He talking about, what you mean? What's wrong with it? What you do? And he's thinking I did the number 2, like, man, come in here.
Wasn't me.
The water coming up, not down. Where I come from, the water go down. You know, why the water coming up? And it's coming up gently. It's come up like it's supposed to come up. Like it's supposed to do this. I'm not up on this, right? So he said, oh, you used the bidet. And he got everybody laughing at me. And I'm like, what's a bidet? He said, go in the library and look it up. He had a library in his house.
The shade. He was doing shade before we knew what shade was.
Yeah, go in the library. So I'm thinking, tomorrow I'm going to go to the public library. He had a library in his house.
Oh.
And that's when I learned what a bidet was. That night,
Wow.
I peed in the bidet. And the water did the...
He was like, wait a minute.
And I'm like, I would never use that.
But you're using now.
When I was in Japan, I used it. Everywhere you go in Japan, they have bidets. It's standard.
There. It's
When
there.
I had this one hotel room, right? And the toilet was warm. It was too warm. And I said, this how people get turned out.
Look.
This is grooming. The toilet seat all warm, and then you sit there, you get to doing all this, and next thing you know, you got somebody up behind you. Be like, remember that bidet?
Look, see, I can't. What was your first experience at the Comedy Act Theater? What was that like?
Ooh, the first night?
Yes.
'Cause I remember the first night.
Yes.
On how I ended up there. My girlfriend at the time got me on stage.
Oh, wow.
Because before that, I used to bag on people on Crenshaw for $50 every Sunday. On Rodeo and Crenshaw at the Boys Market in the parking lot.
The lowriders, right there.
Yeah. Because I had a Nissan truck back then. And I used to bag on everybody $50. And then one night, I bagged on the wrong person. He said, I got somebody for you. And we'll be back next week. And I'm like, bring him. So I'm thinking I'm the king of bagging. He brought AJ Johnson.
Rest in peace.
And he came through the crowd. He was like, it's you? And I was like, nah, it ain't me. He's like, what's up? I walked out the crowd.
And
I never did it again because I didn't want to face him.
Right.
And my girlfriend at the time was like, you need to get on stage because everybody think you're a comedian. And I'm like, that's corny. I'm gangbanging. I'm about to get on no stage. And when I got on stage.
Gangbanging, but you're also a lover boy.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a trick. When I was in my relationships, man, we about to wear matching Nikes. You my girlfriend.
You are matching.
Air maxed out. Get 2 sweatsuits, a small and an extra large.
Because we go together. I did.
Yeah, we go together. When we go to Magic Mountain, the I Spy about to pop.
Period. Because that was you.
Look in there. We together. But when I got on that stage, I didn't think she can get me on stage. And she got me on stage, and I did the little amateur hour. And I never went back on Crenshaw.
Wow.
It was like a drug.
Because now you're like, okay.
I'm like, okay. But I was bombing, though. I was bombing for like a year. And I thought I was funny. And somebody said, man, you need to record yourself. So I went to Thrifty's.
And got
me a little portable recorder. Set it by the stage. And I'm doing my little whack-ass jokes. And I get back in the truck and I rewind it. Press play. And I'm like, something wrong with the recorder. Because ain't nobody laughing. So I went back to Thrifty's and got an exchange.
Because you still not realizing.
I'm not taking this.
You're not funny.
I destroyed the club for 3 minutes. Got me another one, pulled it out the box, did a little test, tested 1, 2, 3. Hear me loud and clear. Get back on stage, set the tape on stage, got back to the truck, press play. I'm like, something wrong with this one. And one comedian said, nah, you just bombed. That's why. Ain't nobody laughing at you. You ain't funny. This went on for about a year.
Were you at like Regency West
stage? Yeah, at Comedy Act. Comedy Act Theater.
Regency West, they were all right there.
And so they had 2 shows. They had the amateur hour,
right.
Then they had the professional show. So now I'm getting funny. And I used to beg Michael Williams, the owner of the Comedy Act Theater. I used to beg him, man, let me do the second show. I'm ready. He's like, you're not ready. Yes, I am. How you gonna tell me I'm not ready? I got my recorder. I hear people chuckling. That's a good start. Because they wasn't chuckling. He said, all right, I'm gonna put you on. He taught me a very valuable lesson about the game. Lester Berry was hosting.
Ooh. A Long Beach Poly Jackrabbit, by the way.
Right. Ricky Harris had just did Heat.
My cousin.
Long Beach.
Rest in peace.
That was one of my mentors.
I know.
And Chris Tucker had just did Money Talks. He bumped me. I used to get mad when celebrity comedians bump me.
Right.
How you gonna bump me? That's Richard Pryor. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I didn't understand that. Because remember, I still had a street mentality. Y'all gonna respect me in here because I'm a whole tyrant.
You gang banging.
But I'm funny.
Right.
And I could dance real good.
I'll say, you could dance.
Yeah. So Lester Berry brought up Ricky Harris first. Cause I told the owner, I said, put me up first in the second show. Don't put me up in the middle of the show. I'm gonna lose. So he taught me a lesson. He didn't put me up first. Chris Tucker went up, killed it. Lester Berry said, all right, y'all ready for y'all next comedian? Everybody, they screaming, clapping, said, all right, give it up for Screw. And it just got quiet. And I'm walking to the stage. You know how you ever had those dreams where you walking down the hallway and the hallway gets longer
and longer.
Like, how big is this fucking club? It used to take me 3 seconds to get to the stage. It felt like it took me 30 minutes to get to the stage. And I just hear people, I could hear them turn their head looking at me like, who is this? Oh, I never seen him before.
and yeah.
Getting on stage, he better be
funny.
funny.
And you brought the Ricky and Chris.
And Lester Berry is hosting.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just, Then it was, hurry up. And I had 5 minutes. I got a promotion.
Was it not 3, but 5?
5. And it was like 500 minutes. When you bombing, it's 500 minutes. I get on stage and I open up with the wackest jokes, the jokes I've been doing. It just got whacker. The spotlight hot. I'm sweating on stage. And I'm like, do I do the whole 5 minutes? Do I leave? What do I do? So I stayed on for the whole 5 minutes with these little whack ass jokes I was doing. And I got off stage and Lester Berry said, all right, back to the show. and I learned from there. Stay humble.
Stay humble.
Wait your turn. You not ready yet. Because I thought I was ready. But when I got to the second show for real, I was ready. But it took a while. Because you got to have the experience.
Right. So, comedy influencers.
Chris Spencer. G-Thing. D-Ray.
Okay.
They taught me how to host.
Okay.
Because they're so brilliant, they're so fast, their timing and their
good.
creativity. When you host, it's not a lot of work, but it is because you got to keep the crowd engaged.
Absolutely. You control
Those are the top 3.
You control the whole.
You control the whole night.
Yep.
You can control. If somebody bomb, the host can fix it and you will forget that person bombed and he'll sell 200 t-shirts. You'll be like, I don't remember you performing.
Right.
But I'll buy your shirt. You'll be like, ooh.
Yep.
I bombed for 30 minutes. I've seen it.
Yes.
But the host controls the whole evening.
Okay.
And those are my 3 top influences.
Okay. So you from Compton.
Whoa. I had to do that.
You did. It's okay.
While I'm drinking Prosecco. They be like, he's not keeping it gangster. Look
yes,
at this.
You're keeping it grown man, and we'll get to grown man in a minute.
Yes.
From Compton. Now let's talk about you contributing to Straight Outta Compton.
That was a interesting night, and it happened quick. I almost ended up at a Diddy party. Almost. They had the baby oil in the club. And he just walked past me and put the baby oil on my hand. I was like, what's this? He was like, I'll see you tomorrow. No, just
I cannot stand you. Look.
No, but I was performing at the Hollywood Improv one night.
Okay.
And I became like a household name at the Hollywood Improv. So I would close all the shows. Mm-hmm. I would go up last behind whoever.
Yep.
That's how I became so strong on stage. And I would tell the younger comedians, you don't know how great you are until you go up behind somebody great.
Yes, because a lot of celebrities come through there and you're going to still close it out.
They're going to bump you. And the only way you're going to get recognized is if you go up behind them. I'm not going to recognize you if you go up behind Jonathan Butler from Gardena. I don't remember you. I don't know him.
And I don't know you.
Like, oh, I killed it last night. Who was on the show? Jonathan Butler. I don't know. So this show was going. Hitter after hitter after hitter. I see everybody in the building. I know I'm going to get bumped. But I'm not tripping. My job is to close the show. It's just the experience for me.
Right.
I don't care who gets off stage.
Right.
I'm just here to do my set. And I'm not looking for anything. Because at that time, I had my own show. Right. Which a lot of people didn't have. They were waiting for somebody to put them on. I already had my show up and running, selling out for 4.5 years straight. So for me to perform on Monday, that was my workout night. But this particular night, Kevin Hart was in the building. So I'm like, oh, I know he going up. He go up, he do his thing. When he got off stage, everybody is walking out of the club. Right. D-Ray said, everybody sit down. Oh, wow. I got somebody that can go up behind that. Okay. So everybody like, who you got? Dave Chappelle? No. It's me with the whack ass jokes. Remember? And the intro was perfect because he brought them back down. Because they left on a high, like, oh, we saw Kevin Hart. I go to bed. He made them sit back down because they like, who gonna go up behind that? And when he introduced me, and I went up there, and I don't know if I had an exorcism or what, but I got a standing O. Wow. And
you got a standing O even from?
Huh?
I see you got a standing O from everybody. Kevin Hart was still in the building.
He might have been, I don't know.
Oh,
I wouldn't even think about Kevin at this time.
Right.
I didn't even trip off the standing O. People were telling me, dude, you got a standing O. I'm like, for real? And as I was walking out, because before I got on stage, F. Gary Gray was there. Okay. And I was asking him, I was like, dude, can you stay to see my set? Because usually, you know, high profile people, they don't stay at the club all night. No, they'll come in and out. See a couple people and they gone. He said, man, I'm going to stay and check you out. I'm not knowing that he's still there when I got off that stage.
Because you have been bumped too many times.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he said, dude, like, you just killed that. I didn't know you was performing on that level. Wow. I was like, yeah, it was cool. He was like, what? He said, I got something for you. Call me tomorrow. Gave me his number. And I called him the next day. He's like, yeah, man, I got this project that I'm doing. I want you to come to the house, see if you're interested. And in my mind, I'm like, fuck yeah, nigga. Right. I'm gonna bring my baby oil. You know, y'all's mixed. My baby oil ain't mixed.
Look, no. Stupid.
So, called him. He gave me the address, and he still didn't tell me what I was doing. Right. But I'm saying, I'm about to go to F. Gary Gray house.
I was gonna say F. Gary Gray. I'm there. Sign me up.
Yeah. So I get there. He got his own street.
Wow.
Yes. Wow. At that one house.
Yeah.
Got his own street. So I knew I wasn't lost. Get there, and then he tells me, you know, I'm about to do Straight Outta Compton. And I'm like, yeah, I heard a little bit about it. I'm like, what you want me to do? So I want you to punch it up. Punch it up. I'm trying to act like I know what he's talking about.
Right.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking like, is that baby oil? Cold for baby oil? I don't know. No. So I'm not knowing what punch up a script mean. Right. Because the script was already written. He was saying, okay, this script is too long. We got to shorten it by X amount of pages. And we got this going on, this going on. We want you to put your flavor in it because you from Compton and you know what was going on back then, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. And I read that shit says Straight Outta Compton at the top. I'm like, oh, bitch. It's over. I'm about to buy a house.
I made it. Mama.
So he said, well, you won't get credit for it because it's already written. And the other writer
gets the credit.
Gets the credit. All right, cool. So, but, we good. So I'm writing. They keep coming in there every 20 minutes. What you got?
Wow.
All right, like 2 pages. I'm thinking like, this is pretty cool. What can I change?
Right.
So I'm changing words here and there. So they'll take what I had and they'll reprint everything. All right, we got to shave 10 more pages. I'm like, fuck.
Oh, wow.
So now the cast is there. So see the cast, he said, okay, I need for you to speak to each cast member and feel them so you can get a better idea of what your job is.
Wow.
So I'm saying, I'm talking to everybody. I'm on some starstruck shit like this.
Right. This is crazy.
And the next day, I never ate I hate Fleming's today because of F. Gary Gray. He loves Fleming's. Every day we ate Fleming's. Cracked pepper steak.
And you love Maestro.
Yes.
So
I'm faithful. Maestro tried to charge me extra. You heard me eat Fleming's. No.
Right.
But like the next day we were at the studio up on Bixel in downtown. And we're doing the same thing over and over and over. And I contributed a little bit. Not the whole movie.
Right.
But what they needed from me, they got it. And I was too scared to watch the movie when it came out.
Really?
Yeah.
But you saw your stuff made it to the big screen.
Yeah, I did, but I was still scared to watch it.
Wow.
And then there was a whole lot of other things I probably can't talk about that went on after that.
And we won't.
Yeah.
That way.
But I got that opportunity.
Won't be no lawsuits.
Yeah.
For defamation.
I got that opportunity, and that was one of the best opportunities on this earth.
Wow.
Because it taught me how to write.
And now that we're talking about how to write, let's talk about you grown.
Yeah.
Now on Peacock and Tubi.
Yes.
And it's going so.
Yes.
That blessing and lesson.
Yes.
Helped you to that part.
My first special did so well. I shot a second one.
Okay.
Like, when you don't wait for somebody to put you on.
You just do it.
You just do it. I wasn't interested in buying Gucci belt buckles.
No, you wasn't.
I'm interested in creating a legacy. Not necessarily for my family, but for my peers.
Right.
Other comedians that don't know what to do. They're funny, and they think they have to open up for somebody. No, you create your own brand. Whatever money you make, film a special, get a podcast, get something that's going to get you out there and that can create revenue. You need residual income. It's very important.
We talk about that.
When I shot my first special, everybody was like, man, so did you let everybody in free? No. I charged people $80 a ticket.
And you did.
And it sold out.
But you should have. And you should have.
It sold out.
Because you were past and I'm going to go back, you was past the Gucci belt buckle stage.
Yeah.
You was past that.
Yeah.
You had been there, done all that, you homeless, you go through things or whatever, and you realize you wanted to put your money to something that would create generational wealth and continue.
Right. Yeah.
And so you poured into yourself. You chose you.
I did. After I was homeless, I knew to choose me first in whatever situation.
Because you were kind of homeless from being in a relationship.
Yeah.
And 2 incomes.
Yeah.
And then...
It's hard in these streets.
Yeah.
But like I tell, and I learned a valuable lesson about being homeless and dating. I would tell men, if you don't have your stuff together, why would you date? If you dating, don't date with intentions. Right. Be transparent with the person you dating. Tell them, I don't want shit. I want to have sex and a couple of drinks. Some women will be like, that's all I want.
A lot of women were, but when you were dating, you were really together. Like, honestly.
I fell in love. I'm a fall in love ass
Did you hear me say you're a lover boy?
Yeah.
You're going to keep you a boo.
I'm a Virgo.
Yes.
Yeah, I run your backwater. Sucker shit.
He is definitely, he caters to his
when I get a
woman.
girlfriend, it's...
Y'all go together.
Oh, it's over.
You guys go together, hands down.
Over. You want to meet my mama?
Yep. You rubbing feet. You were
I'm doing
you got
the
matching
whole,
outfits.
the whole
everything.
simp package.
Yes.
I was that.
Yes.
More than once.
Yes.
But now I learned.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, now I learned. But shooting my first special was crazy because I thought I did everything right. I had my agent. I had everything in place. Mm-hmm. I had filmed my special in 2017. I got a whole agent. Nothing's moving. Mm-hmm. And then one night, right before the lockdown for the pandemic, March 2020, I remember it like it happened yesterday. I was backstage at the Comedy Union, and I was talking to one of my colleagues, a person who got me to where I am today, Barry Brewer from Chicago, Illinois.
Chi-Town, because you know I'm originally from the South Side.
Right.
Then I grew up in Long Beach. But
right.
Yes.
He was showing me his special. Mm-hmm. He's like, yeah, man, it just aired, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I got a special. He was like, you do? And I'm like, yeah.
Come play me.
He like, no, you don't. I said, no, I got a trailer right now. I showed him the trailer. He was like, why this not out? I was like, I don't know. I got an agent. He was like, nah, this supposed to have been out. How long? It
had been 3 years.
3 years. He said, man, call this number.
Oh.
It was the number to his distributor. Most people in the business don't give you that line because that cuts out the middleman.
Absolutely.
And he gave me that number. Me and my business partner, shout out to Kimberly McDowell, Butterfly Works. Mm-hmm. We called her on three-way. We scheduled a meeting. She charged us a lot of money per hour.
Yes.
But we came with our ink pens, that little recorder from Thrifties. We took down all the notes that we needed and asked her, what does she need from us? She said, we need X, Y, and Z. You got to do this, got to do this, got to do this. Got it out there. When I found out that my first special was out, I was in Cabo celebrating my birthday.
You were. And it's COVID. It's a lot of shutdown, so everybody
in the house.
on it. Everybody's watching it.
My plane landed, and my phone, took my phone off of airplane mode. It's going crazy. I'm like, oh, I went viral. I'm trying to figure out which video it was. And everybody comes in like, dude, I see you on Amazon Prime. And I'm like, Amazon Prime?
Because you flew on your birthday.
Yeah. And I talked to Kim, and she was like, did you see the email? I was like, no, I just got back. She was like, okay, I'm just going to tell you.
Yeah.
You're on Amazon. I was like, I wasn't happy about Amazon in the beginning.
Did you talk about Amazon?
Because Amazon doesn't pay that much. So I'm not looking for popularity. I got these bills.
True.
So I'm like, I wanted Tubi at least.
And it's your
couldn't get Netflix.
Era.
Netflix was like, get that.
Right.
Get you and your recorder out here.
Netflix is loading. How about that? It's coming.
Netflix doesn't have to load because, like my distributor said, Peacock is equivalent to Netflix.
It is.
Netflix is popular
because
amongst
of the name,
urban people.
Netflix and chill per se. So yes, but a lot of stuff is. I love Peacock.
Yeah.
Peacock is with NBC, so you love Peacock.
Right. So when I shot my second special, I rented out House of Blues in Houston. Now I'm cocky again. We about to do 2 tapings because the first one only did 1 taping. Yes.
Okay.
That's the special that's on Peacock.
Uh-huh.
So we rented out House of Blues, shot it, got it edited, and boom, it's on Tubi. Quick. Like within 2 months.
Okay.
Then a couple months later, get an email from Peacock. And I'm like, I got a virus.
Not I got a virus.
I rebooted my computer.
Make sure this real.
Is my McAfee still active? I got to get my McAfee right. $47.99. Seeing. And Kim called me. She was like, you know you about to be on Peacock. I was like, you got a virus too? She said, no. They're telling us what they need from us before they can air it.
Wow.
It was like little ticky-tack stuff.
Uh-huh.
So we sent it over to my editor, and he did everything to get the the specs, to change the specs.
Mm-hmm. Because it's big screens.
Yes.
So you need some real ones.
Yes.
Yes.
So he fixed all that, and they sent us an air date, and I'm like, I'm on Peacock. But I still wasn't really like, because the excitement's already, because the special's already out.
Right.
Peacock just picked it up.
Yes.
So I still own 100% of my content.
Look at
I'm
God.
not selling it. I just do licensing deals.
Absolutely. Look at that.
So you
You're
know,
in your start over era.
right.
And you've learned.
Right.
So now you're not going to make that same mistake again. Because it was so many different, and I'm just saying, like, blowing money, poor decisions, different things, because
a lot of bad decisions.
You value the time, especially from losing your mom and Kyrie. Like, you value that time. Patsy, Kyrie, you know, I'm just saying. And I called her auntie, so, you know, it's like, you value that time.
Yeah.
And you were hit with 2 major deaths, so you realize time is precious.
It is, and you can't get it back.
Wait. I'll say it doesn't wait for anyone.
I always tell people, when you upset, look at your watch and see if the time stopped because you upset. If that hand moving, and you need to be moving.
And that's huge for you, because a lot of people may not know firecracker.
Oh yeah,
you was popping off.
I turn up.
One hitter quitter, knocking people out. Like you was.
I'm not gonna talk to you.
Right.
If you say what you're gonna say, that's what you said.
Yeah.
And this is how I respond.
Yes.
I don't keep arguing with you so you can de-escalate me. You're not gonna de-escalate.
No, it's hard.
Once I get mad,
bam.
Let's go.
You're like my husband.
Yeah.
Juju.
We're gonna turn
You're going.
up. Yeah.
It's like,
and I'm gonna have a plan. I'm gonna have a getaway plan. Don't think I'm gonna do this blindly. I'm gonna see who all here.
So I can
Who
know.
gonna try to record this?
Yes.
I'm looking at all that first.
Right.
And if I can't get away, then I'm gonna let it go. Or I'm gonna call you to the parking lot.
Yeah.
Well, can't nobody see.
With that part.
And when you wake up and everybody gone home, then you're gonna know what happened to you. But I just took
look at God.
Look at God. God is good.
All the time.
And all the time.
God is good.
Even if you're an atheist, because they need help too.
You know what? I can't.
They can't get away from this.
No. Absolutely.
That taught me how to control my own destiny.
Absolutely.
And I put my boy on my second special. Mm-hmm. I fought for him to get on. And he didn't want to get paid. Oh, man, it was an honor. I was like, nah, this business now. Get out your feelings. Brandon.
Oh,
Shout out to Brandon Wiley. Today is birthday.
Oh, happy birthday,
Yeah,
Brandon.
so I put him on my second special.
Wow.
And I paid him, and he was like, no, I don't want to. I'm like, well, I can't air you if you don't take this money.
So you're paying it forward. So what advice would you give to children from Compton and LA? Like just in the inner city, South LA. Because you went to high school in LA. You grew up in Compton. But so you are big in the community. Yeah. But your price is your price. So let me put that out there. Because sometimes
you that expensive? Yeah, me and my recorder.
We doing big things over here.
Right.
But you're gonna come professionally, you're gonna show up. But what advice would you give children growing up as far as trying to find
their way?
Absolutely.
People always say, don't hang around the wrong people. But what if that's all you're around?
Right.
Because that's all I was around.
Right.
So I had to find different assets in bad people.
I love that.
You know.
Because there's something good.
He may be a killer, but he bless his food before he eat.
You know what? But that's true.
That makes sense.
It does.
You know. He a snitch. But he know how to draw. So you have to take the good out of everybody.
Right.
In something bad. Because there's something good in a dying flower.
Absolutely.
All I need is some water.
Yes.
So that's why I don't let people outside of the hood talk down on my people. And I would die with that on me. Because some people be like, you made it out. You're different. No, I'm just like them. piss me off.
And you're going to see.
Because I have experience on being on both sides of the fence.
Yes.
It's a movie and a book called The Spook Who Sat by the Door. It came out in the early 70s. And it was about a black man that went to the military. He gathered all of that intel, went back to the hood, and taught them how to fight military style.
Wow.
And they fought the police department in that community.
Wow.
And won.
Because he was military trained.
He's military trained. So everybody has to give back.
Yes.
That's our job.
That is our job.
As black people, because all we have is each other. We've been displaced since slavery. That's why we have family reunions, because we trying to find our people.
Right.
Because we all got sold off. Everybody laugh at us because we get together. Y'all get together. We get together because we miss each other. Y'all looking at something else. They scared.
Right. Yeah. When there's too many of us.
So,
For the
they
record,
have that at work. When you see 3 or 4 black people talking, hey, get back to work.
Yeah. Go that way.
We talking about last night, but it's hard being a youth in the hood. So, like I said, you have to find something good out of everything that's bad.
Hold on.
That's how I got it.
I have to do a disclaimer because you are an influencer.
Yeah.
We are not telling gang members to gather up and go fight the police, just in case.
It's a movie.
And it was a book. And that was it. That's all we're saying, you know.
Yeah.
Now, we're doing it that way. They can't say we told them to.
Right.
You know, people are sensitive these days. You talk about that all the time. People are sensitive.
They're so sensitive.
So, well, maybe 2 more last things. What's next for Roy Screw Rice?
My short-term goals are.
Yes. What are your short-term goals?
Well,
your
I'm
manifestation
in the process of shooting my 3rd special.
Okay.
But I'm not shooting until September.
For your birthday?
Yes.
Okay.
That's going to be my birthday present.
Okay.
Because
you'll be 55?
Each special was filmed or came out around my birthday.
Yes. Okay.
So, and
you're going to keep the tradition going.
It's a tradition for us now.
Okay.
So I'm shooting my 3rd special. I'm 55 now. I really don't expect much, you know. I don't have to pay much for my medication. Still get my teeth clean. I just want to continue to travel.
You got good benefits.
I got great benefits.
You do.
I just had my appendix removed
is that
a week before my birthday.
I would say, is that what, because you said I was down. I had talked to you.
Yeah.
Because I call you every year and wish you happy birthday.
Close call, because I didn't know what was going on. But I survived it.
Okay.
And I didn't know it was that serious because I tried to leave and go move my car because I parked on the street. So I unplugged the IV, the little machine, and I tucked the cords in my jacket, in my sweatshirt.
And I almost died.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to get a ticket. It's serious.
It's serious in these
Inglewood?
streets. Disrespectful.
Man, they'll give you a ticket so fast.
Yes.
So, but yeah, I don't have a lot of things going. My things are, my short-term goals are helping other comedians.
Okay.
That's my main focus right now, is helping them get on and create their own brand.
I love it.
Because I'm grooming Brandon, not Diddy grooming.
Yes. But
I'm grooming the homie for him to shoot his special.
Right.
And if anybody need any information from me, don't be hitting me randomly.
But you are willing to help.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, my motto is all the time, it's not a shortage of money, it's a shortage of knowledge.
Yeah.
But we're so worried about
the money.
And somebody
gotta get to the bag.
They can't have my bag.
Yeah.
It's already written. It's already done. What's for us is for us. It's done.
Yeah.
It's done.
A lot of people been mad at me. Like, how did he get that? Like, I didn't work for it. It was blood, sweat, and tears.
But what we say, they don't know you in real life.
Right.
They're going to know you today now in real life. Like, seriously. I mean, because you tell the jokes. And we've talked about some real serious things. I mean, this has been real life. And one, I'm very grateful you shared it. And I'm going to ask one more question. Then we're going to do this. It's a whole thing called rapid fire chat. Just one word. Okay. So we just go real quick. It's a stereotype about comics typically being like, you know, ladies' men and constantly multiple women? Like,
It happens.
okay. Are you in that stage anymore?
No, I think I did it to everybody. I'm tired.
You done doing it to
done.
them? I used to do it to her. I used to do it to her.
Yeah, it's fun. It's funny now. They still doing that, like, no. But it is what it is in entertainment.
Right.
If a woman chooses that certain person, it's up to him to be disciplined or not. It's not on the women.
Did it ever affect any of your relationships? Because
it was always speculation.
Okay, because you're a boyfriend-girlfriend type of person. So,
I'm gonna get in a relationship. I'm not
I
the
say all the
cute
time.
dude. I'm not the cute dude at the party. Like, I gotta ask everybody for a dance. Ain't nobody ever came up to me like, you want that? I ain't never got that. So I get in a relationship. Somebody like me? Oh, what you doing tomorrow? Getting married. Let's lock this down, because I'm not that choice.
Because we go together.
We go together if we go to bottomless
you
mimosas.
Always say that.
It's a wrap. Monday morning, we together. You know how many mimosas you had? You had 12. That cost me $240. Yeah, we go together. I'm not gonna spend another $240. That's a bad investment.
No.
I gotta get something out of this.
We're now in a relationship. And and he is not lying. This is so him.
Look,
he means
one of my relationships in the 80s, I was with her for like 2 years. Then the person after her, I was with her for 4 years. Then I was with somebody for 6.5 years. Then another 5. Well, stay on my inbox. And we go together. Your friend's gonna be mad. He ain't balling. You just don't know.
Best comedy club.
The best comedy club is Stand Up Comedy Club in Bellflower, California, and I do my monthly show there, Screw the Rules Comedy Show, produced by KW Productions, which is my manager, Kyle Williams. That's the best comedy club. That's where I'm at everybody.
Once a month, people go celebrate their birthdays and everything.
And they look forward to that.
And
they look forward to it.
I would ask you worst bombing story, but we already shared it when they just did not cheer for you.
Yeah.
And you thought you was the best.
I'm still mad.
And you had,
I want to see those people. Like, I want somebody to be like, you
remember me? Remember me?
Right.
Because you didn't cheer for me.
Right.
Dream collaboration.
I have a couple.
Okay.
One of them is with Ray Grady from Chicago.
Another one.
We about to do a 2-man show.
Okay.
So we slowly putting
you
that
guys
together.
do the improv together sometime.
Yeah, and we're going to do it at the Ontario Improv.
Okay.
So that's coming. Not too many collabs, because I've worked with almost everybody.
But do you have a person that you haven't worked with and you would love to work with?
Nah.
Whatever comes?
Nah.
Okay.
I want to, I got my train moving.
Right.
Like I got my first time doing my comedy show on Royal Caribbean Cruise Line out of Miami this February. I'm looking forward to that more than anything, because I'm putting comedians on.
That's wonderful.
I'm bringing them with me.
So you're going to have a whole show?
Yes.
The Super Bowl one?
Yes.
Okay.
But out of Miami.
Congratulations.
Thank
Congratulations.
You. So I'm really looking forward to that. I don't care about anything else.
Okay.
Because I want to show people like, I employ people, and this is what I do for my people.
It's a beautiful thing when you employ people. Like, it is.
And it's not like we trying to be bigger than somebody. I have the opportunity to do this, and I want to share it.
Oh my, yes.
Where you can put this on your resume.
You are correct.
So
I mean, I love people.
I'm big on that.
Thank you for saying it, because I say, oh, you're bragging. I'm like, bragging because I have all these. No, because I'm helping families. Like, you don't understand, them payroll taxes is disrespectful, first of all.
They don't want to talk about that.
They don't, so they don't even realize it.
They'll look at how you move it, but don't look at the overhead. Like, there's a such thing called overhead.
In California, it's not for small businesses.
Or thousands of dollars.
I love it here.
To make.
Yeah.
Thousands.
Yes. 5-6 figures, and people don't get that.
Yeah. Because I don't have a corporation behind me. Netflix can call me and be like, hey, shoot a special and we're going to pay you.
Right.
No. I'm going to take my own money and I'm going to pay myself and I'm going to pay everybody else.
Yes.
And I'll get my money. I'll make $1 million, but I'm just getting mine in quarters.
Absolutely. It's going to come. It's coming. Favorite Compton spot?
Louis Burgers.
I knew you was going to say it.
Rosecrans and Bullets. Go in the daytime.
Because you used to go in the nighttime after the club.
Oh, no, I still go in the nighttime.
Oh, right,
I
right.
can still go over there. So I'm just saying, like, when people come out here from other states and they be like, man, I want to go to Compton. Don't say it like that, like it's a walk in the park.
And let me take you.
Nah, I ain't gonna have time.
Right.
But if you do go in the daytime, make sure you wear reflective clothing. Wear a vest. They'll think you're a crackhead. They'll give you a pass.
Go to.
But you know the best Louis Burgers is in Long Beach.
I know. But
6 in Atlantic.
But I was going to say.
But Compton?
6 in Atlantic is,
Yeah.
Them fried zucchini, everything. Yes.
People go on dates there. They got candles on the table.
I'm from Long Beach. I wasn't going on no dates.
Yeah, why not?
Look,
get dressed.
You know me in real life.
Let's go. Me and mine, we call them hood dates.
Oh no, we definitely do hood dates.
But we'll be dressed.
Yes.
And we'll go to Louis Burgers.
Okay, I don't know if we've been to Louis Burgers, but we do
to Louis. But the one in Torrance.
That part.
Right.
Go to joke topic. Like, what's your favorite topic?
Oh, health.
And you do.
Health. I talk about.
He don't want you now. Well, he wants you now.
I talk about men's health.
Yes, you do.
Now, like I'm big on that. It's funny, but you know how many people, when I get off stage, how many people come up to me like, man, I'm going through that right now. And at first, it caught me off guard. I'm like, I don't want to hear about your boo-boo story.
Right.
Like, I was just joking.
Or your...
But it's serious. Erectile dysfunction. I was
going to say, yeah.
Yeah, if it don't work, like I tell people, mine don't work every day. I'm 55. When you buy a Mercedes with 275,000 miles on it, you think it's going to run all day and all night? No, it's going to run hot. You're going to blow a gasket. Your brakes going to go out. That's what happens when you haven't aged anything. Period. It's not going to be at 100%, just like women.
Absolutely.
These women out here talking about they be shaving their stuff. You better stop shaving. You'll mess around, cut yourself, and won't heal. Now you on OnlyFans with a filter. What's under the filter?
Pre-show ritual. What's your
pre-show ritual is me listening to something. Oh, this is funny. Pre-show ritual back in the 90s when I was bombing.
Uh-huh.
I would always listen to this song by Frankie Beverly and Maze. I forgot the song because now my mind went blank. And I would listen to the song and I'll be like, in my head, and I get off stage and bah! Because the song came, we were somewhere and the song came on and I just started cracking up. But my pre-show rituals now is I get in a quiet space. I don't really want to hear the show.
Right.
Because it'll throw me off. But I get in a space by myself. And I have to get in my own world because I have people that done paid a lot of money. They done drove from a long way.
Yeah.
Some people fly to come see me perform.
They do.
That's different for me now.
Right.
When I went to Atlanta, people flew in to see me perform.
Cabo.
Especially Cabo in droves.
They flew out the country.
Cancun.
Yeah, Cancun.
When I just did Cancun in September.
Boats. They get on the cruises with you.
So I have to get in my own space.
Okay.
There's no talking. There's nothing but me and my thoughts.
Okay.
Until I get on stage. Because I'm nervous. People are like, you still get nervous? Oh, I got a boo-boo like 2-3 times. It'd be bad. Like if I'm not nervous, I'm a bomb.
Okay.
I'm going to have a bad show because I don't care about the show.
Okay.
I don't care what the outcome is.
Right.
When my nerves are bad, I'm like, oh, I'm about to destroy the club. But the nerves go away right when I touch the microphone.
Okay.
And I don't.
In your element. I'm
I don't really look at people.
You're just there.
I'm just there. People are like, oh, you were staring at me. No. I was looking in another dimension. You know, okay. But we could tell when somebody's not laughing. And we focus on that person.
Yes.
I'm thinking like, damn, I did 15 minutes. Motherfucker ain't laugh. So now I'm looking at some of them. We be like, hey, what's up with you?
I was saying, everybody and you calling them out.
What's wrong with you? You got fired? What? Because black people, the most traumatizing moments, they'll be like, I'm gonna go to a comedy show. What? Don't come here and you just got fired. or you just
And they
got
not
you got to
funny.
turn yourself in 3 days to do 20 years. If you want to come to us, don't come to my show. Because I
'Cause
might
we
say
need some laughing going on.
Yeah. So that's
your go-to ritual.
That's my pre-show ritual.
Okay.
Peace and quiet.
So now we have come to the end, per se.
Yes.
One, I want to thank you so much, really, for just sharing everything, even last minute, but just, coming on here. So now it is time for you to open the gym box, grab the pen, grab the blank paper.
Grab the pen.
Yes.
Y'all play too many games here.
Grab a blank paper. One side.
It's baby oil on there.
It is. Shake it off. Shake it off. Grab the, write your name. And then after that.
It's an LGBT pen.
It's a breast cancer awareness pen.
Okay. First and last name?
Uh-huh. And you can even put screw under there if you want to. Such a darn lefty. Now flip it over and you leave a quote, an inspiration, or something.
I already got it.
Okay, write it on down. And then you fold it in half. And you put it back into the gym box. And then another guest will read, when they pick your name, they'll read yours on camera when they start.
Did you get to see it? Okay.
Fold it in half. I don't touch any of them. I should put one in there for me. I don't touch any in it. Put the pen back in the gym box. And so all our guests, I really like to pour into them because you don't have to be here. I know you have a major show coming up.
Yeah.
And so I am going to now give you a thank you token for coming on here. It is for you. And
Thank you.
all the years, I appreciate you from the ups, the downs, everything, and you know that. And I'm very, very proud of you.
Thank you.
And I mean it. So I've been around you from the good side, the dark side,
90s and
the
back
good
to the
side,
good side.
and back to the good side.
Yeah.
So I appreciate
That was
you.
all growth.
I know. And that's why I really wanted to bring you on. We was talking about something. I was like, wait, I have someone. She was talking about homeless. I was like, he's a comedian. She was like, oh my God. She was like, call him. And I was like, I'm about to.
Right.
You picked right up. What up, Les? What do you want? Because we don't call often, but if we do, it means we're calling for something.
Right.
And that's what it says.
Right.
So those are the best
But that's why I was
friendships
like,
sometimes.
nah, I'm going to do this.
And I appreciate you.
Yeah.
And I mean it sincerely. So thank you.
No,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love you.
Welcome. Love you too.
Now go kill your show tonight.
Man, I got to go put on this tight-ass bow tie, tight-ass pants.
Roy, your journey from the streets to the stage is not just inspiring, but it is a masterclass of resilience. You have shown us that sometimes our darkest moments can actually become our best material, not just for the stage, but in real life. For those who are looking to catch Roy Rice for more comedy, catch him on Peacock or Tubi with his special, I'm Grown. Trust me, it's a special that you do not want to miss. Until next time, I'm Leslie Deans Bryant. And remember, your biggest setback is sometimes your biggest comeback. And it starts with your ability to make others smile. Keep striving and keep shining, and remember to always stay compassionate.